guys! So, it's been a while since I did any talking in any videos, but I was thinking that this time we could just have kind of a little chat while maybe I work on a page of the Heyday Kids. Probably won't film the whole drawing process for the page, but I'll at least try to maybe get this one done, this one panel. I don't know. We'll see. Funny enough, as soon as I'm sitting down to record, it starts raining outside, but it's like blue skies, so that's a little weird. I also still don't have much of a voice, because I am still pretty sick, but I am getting a bit better. So I wanted to talk about the direction of my YouTube channel, actually. I know lately it's just been a lot of speed paints and stuff, but I'd kind of like to get to a point where it's more comics than anything else. And I mean, I have had a lot of comic stuff on there in the past, but just not as much as I would like to. And also, it just seems to me like what I've been doing with my channel a lot. Oh, there's the vents. Sorry about that if you can hear those. It just seems to me like the way I've been doing my channel is that I have been taking a lot of time to just do art specifically for YouTube, and that's taking time away from other art that I need to be prioritizing, like comics and stuff. And that's just not good. I'm gonna bring this page over here. It's the previous page. And so I'm hoping to get a better setup for recording traditional stuff so I can record whenever I'm doing line art and pages and stuff. And I've actually been planning a series for a while now that would be a crash course to sort of starting comics on a budget, which I know a lot of other people have done that on YouTube, but you know, I think that my way of doing it is different than a lot of them. And I mean, for most of my stuff actually, I consider it to be budget supplies, but even if I had a lot of money, it's the stuff that I would still use regardless. Like, comic paper is really cool, but I just don't really like making sequential art on it. I'm more of a cardstock kind of person, which you'll notice that this page is not on comic paper, it is on just regular cardstock. And I draw them as full bleed pages, and then I go in later and add borders and stuff. Gutters, borders, anything like that. And the nice thing about cardstock is that if you just draw art on it and you decide you want to finish it later, it actually holds alcohol-based markers and stuff pretty well. It's not as smooth as like Bristol board or something, but I think it's still pretty good. Now, when I say that I'm planning on having it be more like comics and stuff, I'm not saying that I won't have speed paints on here anymore. I just mean that I want it to be more of what my passion is, and art is my passion, but comics are like my dream. And so, you know, I want to have more of a balance of them. But, you know, I've hardly had any comics on my channel as of late, so. And the most I've really had as far as creating comics is like coloring the covers and then once in a while doing the toning for pages. And I just want there to be more than that. Draws a bit more squarish. Something that you may notice when you watch my videos is that they don't have ads or anything before them, and that's because my channel is not permitted to have ads yet. I do not have enough subscribers or views or anything like that for that. So, you know, I'm not saying that as like a way to complain and be like, oh, I'm not making money, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying it to let you guys know that the reason I do this channel is because I enjoy it and that I like interacting with you guys. And that means that when I make videos and stuff for the channel, I really want it to be stuff that, you know, I have fun with. And I both have a lot of fun with comics and feel like they'd be helpful. Oh, that was bad. I feel like it'd be helpful to have more stuff about making comics on the channel, because it seems like a lot of comic professionals and experts just keep what they know and do to themselves. Like, when I was first learning how to do lettering, I couldn't find almost anything online about how to properly letter. And I don't like that. Like, there's really no good reason to keep that to yourself. I'm sure people would say it's because they're trying to, you know, keep rivals down or something, but I don't think that's a good idea. I say the more the merrier. And I always love reading people's comics, so I want more people to make them. If I do make like a basics to making comics or crash course series or something, I would love to hear if there's any particular sort of stuff you guys would want to know about. And I know I'm not like, you know, a long-time professional or something, but I feel like I've been doing this long enough and know enough about it that I could maybe give some good insight. I don't know. I'm hoping to start that series whenever I completely am better, because I don't want to sound hoarse in all the videos. Also, I'd love to know if you guys enjoy this kind of video of just chatting away. I'll try to edit out any of the parts where I've been coughing, because there have been quite a few already. Also, I'd love to hear what you guys' favorite comics are, like webcomics, Marvel, DC, Image, if there are any from Dark Horse. I actually just made a Q&A for one of my webcomics, and in it I mentioned what some of my favorites were. Some of my favorite webcomics are Space Boy, which is on Webtoon. It's written by Stephen McCraney. Really enjoy that one. I also really liked Sithra by Jason Brubaker, but that one's been over for a little bit. It's also on Webtoon. I also liked Adamsville on Webtoon, and another webcomic I enjoy reading is William the Last by Brian Shearer, also on Tafaz and Webtoon. It's the only one that isn't sponsored by the sites that I listed here. Also, sorry about the visuals in the last clip. I have no idea what happened there. It got corrupted or something, I don't know. I was just looking back on it and it just looks ridiculous. Hopefully you guys can still kind of tell what's going on in there. I have quite a few webcomics I enjoy reading right now, so. Also, sorry if the lighting is different. It's actually quite a few hours after that first clip. I just wound up having to stop working earlier, and I'm only just now getting back to it, and it's 7. My iPod, which I do most of the filming on, has recently started acting up, so I'm beginning to think that I might need to do some upgrading and replacing there. I'm thinking if I do upgrade or replace, I would probably replace it with an iPad, just because that way I might be able to do some art on it and it would have a lot more storage. It's looking like this is the only panel we're going to be getting done this video, because we're already at least 10-15 minutes in, and I'm only just now getting this one done, so. But that's okay. I don't usually go all the way to finish pencils on one panel. Normally I try to do the first round of pencils on all the panels and then go back through and do the final pencils, but since I'm recording this one, I figured might as well go all the way to finish pencils, just for you guys' sake. Alright, so I think I've got that panel done enough that I'll call it finished, and I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing me create a panel of the Heyday Kids. Also, sorry that there's kind of a big thing there, because the camera can't get very close because I don't have a boom arm or anything, so it's literally propped up in a cup on a roll of paper towels. Still working on getting that set up. But thank you again for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and God bless. Hope to see you soon. Bye!